Today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute dumbbell strength workout which has a heavy focus on the shoulders and arms, but also includes a few leg and core exercises. This is day 3 of my hybrid series, and for this workout you just need one pair of dumbbells that you can bicep curl comfortably for around 12 reps. I'll be using 12.5 kilos per dumbbell. That's about 28 pounds each, but you need to use whatever's right for you. We're going to kick it off with a brief warm-up consisting of 4 movements, 40 seconds each for just one round with your body weight. Starting off with body weight squats, so feet about shoulder width apart, slight turn out to the toes. I'm going to squat all the way down. I'm going to focus on getting a good hip depth, almost like you're going to sit your hips down between your heels. Knees can come forwards and out. It's okay for your knees to go over your toes. Just try and maintain heel contact with the floor and even pressure between the ball of your foot, your heel, and also the inside and outside edges. Next, circling the arms, I'm going to be doing 20 seconds forwards, 20 seconds backwards. We just want to get the muscles warmer, and also when you move a joint, you'll be secreting oil into the joint, helping avoid any unnecessary wear and tear. And changing direction. Next we'll be doing an inchworm, so hinging at the hip, reach down towards the toes, walk out into a high plank position, and then with straight arms, walk back till you can touch the toes, stand up and repeat. So hinge, minimize the bending of the legs. Obviously if you need a slight bend in the knee to get all the way to the floor, that's absolutely fine. But try and, on the way in and out, reduce the amount of bend needed, maximizing that hamstring length. On this next one, you're going to stay in that high plank position. Drop to the knees, take the left arm, reach under, drop the shoulder, look over the right, reach up. Take the right arm, reach under, drop the shoulder, look over the left. Reaching up, we've got these alternating T-spine rotations. Your T-spine is your thoracic spine. It's that part of the upper back just below your neck. It's good to open that out and get the chest stretched out as well. Okay, so grab your dumbbells. We're going into our first of 2 main sections. We're going to do 4 exercises, 30 to 40 second intervals with 20-second transitions. We're going to start off with an Arnold press, which is basically a shoulder press with your palms starting off facing your body, and then the dumbbells are going to go for a 180 turn as you press. So you're going to press, turning the palms forwards, bringing them back down, elbows tuck in, back of your hands face away from your body. So you're doing that 180 rotation, a little bit more emphasis on the front of the shoulder with this variation. Try and avoid any excessive overarch of the lower back, avoid leaning back as you press. Control that lowering, lengthening eccentric phase on the way down. Always finish your rep even if the timer goes. All right, put the dumbbells down, just shake your hands off. Next, we're going to go for a bicep exercise. We're going to be starting off with a neutral grip at the sides. We're going to do a bicep curl with both dumbbells at the same time. So big twist at the top, low with control, I'm gonna go full extension at the bottom with this neutral grip, palms facing your pockets. Then I want you to exaggerate that rotation. Your biceps don't just hinge at the elbow, they also rotate round like this. So doing the two actions together gives you that maximum bicep contraction. Make sure you're not skipping the lowering phase of the rep. That's just as good for building muscle as the way up. Let's finish this rep. Okay, next up, we're gonna do a split leg RDL. You're gonna need your dumbbells. So I'm gonna start with my left foot forwards, my right foot, my toe on my right foot is gonna be a few inches behind my front left heel. We're gonna bend the back right leg. We're gonna hinge, keeping the front left leg straight. So reach the hips back. You should have a narrow split stance for this. So make sure you're not too far apart with your feet. You can unlock the knee on that front leg, but you should have it relatively straight so you can feel a nice hamstring stretch down that front left leg. Switch sides, got a 5-second transition. Hips scoot back, tailbone lifts. So the back leg should be your left leg now. That's going to be fairly bent. The front right leg is going to stay almost straight, if not slightly unlocked at the knee. You're going to reach your tailbone back and up, keeping a flat back position, working on that hinge, feeling that hamstring stretch. Finish your rep off. A little bit of a tricky one to get, but don't worry, we've got a few rounds, so you'll master that by the third round. Now we're going to go for a single dumbbell overhead tricep extension. So we're going to take one dumbbell, I'm going to hold it above the head, drop it down behind. I like to touch my back with the dumbbell, try and keep the elbows together and pointing up. I'll show you what it looks like at the back. So getting a nice deep stretch behind the head. Well done. Okay, put the dumbbells down. You've got a rest interval now. And if you found that too easy, then if you've got the choice, I recommend you just go up a weight. If you found that too hard and you couldn't finish any of the intervals, I just recommend you bring the weight down. So this is a strength workout, so there has to be rest times in order to do effective sets with an actual working weight that's going to make some significant improvements to your strength. So let's start round 2, back with that Arnold press. So back of your hands facing away from your body, going for that 180 rotation. I like to put the dumbbells down, just let my forearms freshen up, let the shoulders relax, ready for those twisting bicep curls. Get onto that split leg RDL. So left foot forwards, right foot slightly behind, not too far, just a couple of inches behind the front left heel with the right toes. Pick the dumbbells up. We're going to be bending that back right leg, scooting the hips back, keeping the front leg relatively straight, but it can be unlocked slightly at the knee. I'm going to feel a stretch down the hamstring of that front left leg. I really recommend reaching that tailbone backwards and also up, getting that maximum hamstring stretch, keeping the shoulder blades pulled somewhat together. Finish your rep, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So now we've got the right foot forwards, the left foot back with a few inch gap between the heel and the toes. It's okay for your heel to come off the floor on that back left leg, but your heel should stay on the floor for that front right leg. Always finish your rep even if the timer goes. Taking one dumbbell next. For those overhead single dumbbell tricep extensions, getting a nice deep stretch behind your back, working that long outer head of the tricep with this one, although they'll both assist in the movement. Well done. 2 rounds done. One more round to go of those 4 exercises, and then we'll be moving on to the second section where we're going to use the same weights in the second section, but I'll be giving you 4 new movements. Onto the bicep curls now, making sure that you control the lowering part of the lift when the muscles are lengthening. Avoid any swinging of the hips. Onto the split leg Romanian deadlift. Let's go left foot forwards, right foot back. The front leg is going to be the straight leg, the back leg is going to be the bent leg. Don't think about leaning forwards, instead think about pulling the hips backwards. Feel that nice stretch on the hamstring. That's the back of the leg on that front left side. Five-second transition to the other side. Taking one dumbbell for those overhead extensions to finish this first section up before we move on to some new movements. After this set, we'll be taking a 60-second break before moving into the next section. Good chance to get a drink of water, get yourself ready to go. We want to be doing these sets nice and fresh so that we can use a working weight. Should be able to use a similar weight for the next section.
If you're loving this workout, my TPT Virtual Studio has even more, including longer follow-along workouts, full structured series, and a huge library of exclusive videos you won't find on YouTube. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your strength and physique to the next level, the Virtual Studio gives you more choice, expert guidance, and a clear action plan, so you always know what to do next. If you're ready to keep progressing with more variety, structure, and longer sessions, follow the link in the description of this video after your workout.
Okay, we're going to start off the second section with some upright rows. So you're going to keep the dumbbells nice and close to your body, leading up with the elbows, trying to keep the elbows higher than the hands. The dumbbells can just come up to about chest height. If it feels uncomfortable on the shoulders, just don't bring them up quite so high. And you can now allow a slight external rotation at the top as well. Okay, next we're going to do another bicep variation, but also working this forearm muscle called your brachioradialis. We're going to do a hammer curl, alternating arms, staying in a neutral grip so there's no twist at the top this time. Okay, let's give the arms and shoulders a break for a moment. I'm going to lie on the mat. I'm going to do a controlled bicycle crunch. So we're going to be going opposite elbow towards the opposite knee, keeping one heel on the floor. Legs are almost straight, but a slight bend at the knee. We're almost stepping into an oblique crunch each time. Opening back out, but not letting the lower back arch off the mat, even in that open position. Don't worry if you can't quite get your knee to make contact with your opposite elbow. Just reaching to get as close as you can will be engaging those oblique ab muscles. Okay, we're going to get another leg exercise. So we had a hamstring focused one last time, so we're going to have a quad focused one in this round. We're going to take 2 dumbbells, or if it's too difficult, you could just take one in the center. And we're going to do a front squat or a goblet squat. So if you'd rather just take 1 dumbbell and hold it at your chest and do a goblet squat, that's fine. But you could have a heavier option doing this front squat. A little tip to keep the focus on the legs and not tie the shoulders is relax your grip, slide your hands to the far end of the dumbbell handle and rest the close edge on the tops of your shoulders. Keep an upright posture, sit as far down as you can. Okay, there's round 1 done. We've got 2 more of those to go, and that'll be the workout complete. If you found that too challenging and you've got a selection of weights, just bring the weight down a bit. If you found it too easy, just bump the weight up. Okay, we're going to move on to the alternating hammer curl. So using that neutral grip. Neutral grip means that your palms are facing one another. Get onto the mat, giving your forearms, shoulders, and arms a rest. Doing that controlled bicycle crunch. Legs almost straight, hands on temples. Brace the core to get rid of that gap in your lower back. Step in, opposite knee towards the opposite elbow. I like to also tap the other elbow on the floor when I make contact with my knee. That forces me to do a nice rotation of the torso. I want you to treat that open position here almost like a hollow hold. Well done. Let's get the quads fired up with that goblet squat. If you find the 2 dumbbells too difficult, you can go for 1. I'll do the goblet squat variation to show you now. So just holding 1 at your chest if you prefer. It does allow your shoulders to recover a little bit, ready for those upright rows. As I said, this is a big shoulder and arm workout, but we have put in a little bit of legs and abs mixed in. This gives your shoulders and arms some recovery time. I hesitate to call it a full body workout because there's always someone in the comments saying, you didn't do your calves, you didn't do this, that. When I say full body, I usually mean a full body approach. So covering multiple muscles. I don't literally mean every muscle in the body. All right, taking that final rest time before going into the last round. This can be done as a standalone workout, or many of you will be doing it as part of my hybrid series, which combines pure strength workouts like this with higher intensity, higher heart rate workouts put into one program. If you want to do that and you're not already on it, check out the free program guide in the description of this video after the workout, and you'll see the workout order and some of the tips and lifestyle advice to get the most out of your training. Onto those alternating hammer curls. Lying on your back for the controlled bicycle crunches, making sure you're conscious in that open position, that you're still staying braced and not relaxing. Onto the final set of the workout, either doing the front squat with both dumbbells or the goblet squat with a single dumbbell at your chest. If you want to find the next day in this series. If you go onto my YouTube channel's playlists, you'll see one of the playlists is labeled the hybrid series. So you see all the workouts in there. If you want to see my suggested schedule for what days to do the workouts on, then you need to download the program guide, which will be in the description of all of the series workouts. And that's it. Workout complete. Thanks for joining me. Let me know in the comments, how did you find it and where in the world that you're following along from, but don't go anywhere. Here's a quick cool down stretch if you're ready to finish. And if you've got more in the tank, why not try this workout here? And I'll see you soon and hope you can join me on this hybrid series.